Yes, people, good evening. Welcome back to AIN Sports for another live show. Today we've got the Premier League Game Week 7 review. I've got a very special guest today joining me. I've got the Liverpool Prophet. We've been speaking for a bit. We wanted to do a show. I thought, might as well bring him on. Unfortunately, couldn't make it on Friday, but hope you're feeling better, my guy.
Cheers, man. Cheers, man. Pleasure to be on, bro.
Welcome to the show. And obviously, we got the usual Josh and Jack. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back. Big up.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Big up. Make sure you guys hit the like button on your way in. Make sure you guys sub to the channel. We're trying to get to 500 subs, guys. And big up to Liverpool Prophet. He just reached 500 subs as well. He just reached 500. So
big up.
It's only upwards from there, man. Big up to everyone who's tuning in. Like I said, hit the like button. Sub to Liverpool Prophet. I'll put the link in the chat, people. I'll put the link in the chat as of YouTube right now. Sort yourselves out, please. Sort yourselves out, YouTube. You know what I mean? But yeah. Obviously, the games went thinking fast on the weekend. Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, West Ham, United, Sunderland. These games were, I would say, the most interesting of the weekend. I wouldn't look at City's game. I would be like, okay, it was interesting. To be fair with you, Palace also losing 2-1 in their first loss since 19 games. You know what it is, Josh? I felt like we failed to give Palace credit. We did it too late without realizing they actually went on a massive win streak. You know what I'm trying to say? Or massive unbeaten streak. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, obviously, we gave them props for the FA Cup win, the Community Shield win. And we have spoken in length about how harsh it was to get them demoted from the Europa League to the Conference League. But we didn't mention anything about their unbeaten league form, which is quite poor on our part, but we'll definitely highlight it today as we get into that. 100%. And happy birthday, by the way, Akevin. Real quick.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Just turned midnight over here.
Oh, big up, man. Happy birthday, man.
Appreciate you guys.
Happy birthday on Kevin.
Appreciate you, bro. Anyways, guys, we're trying to get to 500 subs, so let's get subscribing. Since you make your debut today, Liverpool Prophet, I'll start with you. Liverpool obviously losing on the weekend, Chelsea. I want to ask you about the game, your thoughts on the performance. Obviously, I saw your story today as well about Van Dijk's comments and all that. I mean, he's not been the best this season so far. I mean, Liverpool defensively have looked a lot shaky compared to most times. But talk to me about Liverpool, man. What's been going on the last 3 games as well?
You know what, bro? I looked at the team sheet on Saturday before the game, and look, I don't understand how Federico Chiesa is not playing more games. He should be playing more games. And currently Mohamed Salah isn't performing, so he should be dropped. But for whatever reason, he's not dropped. I kind of expected it, to be fair. I expected Chiesa not to play, and I expected Salah to play. Which, it's going to hinder our performances, whether we like it or not, because he's not being up there at the moment. But yeah, anyway, obviously we lost the last 2 games, Palace and Galatasaray, and you'd expect a bounce back of some sort, but there was no bounce back. It was just another lackluster, crap, dead performance. You got to give Chelsea credit though. They played really well. Although I think I don't know about you guys, but I thought we made Chelsea look better than they were during the game. But yeah. The first goal, Caicedo's goal, I don't think you could have done much about that. It's just a great finish there. But from then onwards, go on.
I have something to say about that. But no, finish your point.
From then onwards, even after the goal, Liverpool just didn't look like they wanted to fight. Didn't look like they wanted to, just weren't up for it at all. Second half comes along. It's a bit better, but it's still not good at all. Again, Chelsea played well second half. Our goal was really, really lucky. We were very fortunate to get that goal because we didn't deserve the goal. I'll be totally honest. Didn't deserve the goal. But we got it. Gakpo, scuffed shot, goes in, whatever to go. Then you think, can Liverpool push on? Maybe we can push on. But again, Arne Slot decides to bring Wataru Endo on to sit back and see the draw out when we needed to win because Arsenal had just won. Instead of bringing Federico Chiesa on, which was an absolute ludicrous decision. In the end, it cost us because Chelsea went up the other end. Right at the end of the game, scored 2-1, win the game, and you can't say it wasn't deserved overall. That's back-to-back games now that we've lost in the dying seconds, 2-1. So yeah, deserved loss, poor performance, and a lot of question marks for Slot, a lot of questions for Slot to answer.
I want to add quickly, and then I'll let Josh and Jack go. Yeah, just quickly, I did think you could have done better with the Caicedo goal. I'll be honest. I don't think Van Dijk should have ran away. I'm just going to be completely honest. I think Van Dijk should have tried to close Caicedo down instead of trying to back off. Even Konate, both the defenders gave Caicedo the space and the acres of room to shoot. That's where Caicedo found the top corner. That's where I kind of felt that, you know what? All right, Liverpool, that's where your downfall was. The lack of defensive ability in the game. You guys lost them. You guys lost your marker so easily. If you look at Estevao'S, I think you guys weren't able to contain Estevao'S. Leaving him open at the back post, I think that was your downfall in that game. And obviously, Van Dijk, I have questions to ask about Van Dijk, obviously. Do you think Van Dijk is now coming towards the end of his Liverpool career? Do you think it's now officially do you think it's time to move him on now? Or maybe still give him some more time?
I think it's a tough one because obviously, look, Virgil is Virgil, he's 34 now, coming on to 35. So he's still doing well. He's still up there. I'd still say he's arguably the best centre-back in the world. But I think it is a fair point, I'll be totally honest. I don't think he's coming towards the end of his career, though. I think Konate at the moment, being next to Konate isn't helping because Konate, he's absolutely smelling the gaff up at the moment. I don't know what's going on with him. But yeah, you got to ask questions on Van Dijk because as a leader, he's our captain as well, remember. He's our captain, so you expect more from him. You expect more leadership. And I'm just not seeing it at the moment. I'm not seeing it.
Josh and Jack, you guys have anything to add to that as well?
I think what the Prophet said.
Quickly answer this question as well, guys, if you want. Quickly answer this question. Josh, answer this question as well.
Well, I don't know why Slot took off Konate. I mean, obviously, Konate's been very poor. I think Real Madrid's in his head by now. Yeah. I think what the Prophet said is 110% correct. And I thought it was very strange of Slot to bring the likes of Endo on and push Gravenberch into the centre-back role instead of bringing on a Chiesa or the Rio fella, the youngster. I mean, usually, we saw it against Crystal Palace. We've seen it against Newcastle away. We've seen it against Bournemouth. He throws on everyone in a gamble to win the game. He seemed like he wanted to settle for a point at Stamford Bridge.
Which makes no sense at all, considering we needed the win. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's a really strange turn in strategy at that moment, considering you would have dealt psychological damage on a potential title rival. I know Chelsea were on a poor run. But even if Liverpool drew, they still would have been behind Arsenal in goal difference. So surely, from what we've seen of Slot so far, he would have wanted to go for the win instead.
Yeah, exactly.
And quickly on the first goal. So.
Yeah, on why Konate came off. Apparently, Konate actually had a bit of an injury, so that's why he was taken off.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Right, but he's been sticking up the gap.
Yeah.
But sorry, Josh, continuing your point earlier from
Oh no, I was just going to say about the first goal. I think it was McAllister who lost it, who's hit a really poor run of form right now. Poor run of form.
Shocking.
Yeah, you see this time last year, he was arguably one of Liverpool's best players. He bags against Real Madrid, he was stepping up in the biggest moments. Now he's giving the ball away. He seems unable to complete a 5-yard pass at the minute. And obviously Van Dijk running away from the ball. Running away from Caicedo, allowing him the space to make way for his shot. That was shocking defending. And listen, Akavan, you asked the question about Virgil van Dijk. I wholeheartedly disagree with her, even as an Arsenal fan who doesn't support Liverpool, doesn't want Liverpool to do well, no disrespect. You just need to look at his performance against Newcastle. Absolutely fantastic. Absolute colossus at the back. To suggest that he's finished is quite frankly ridiculous.
I didn't suggest that he's finished. I was just asking the question.
I know you asked the question. I know that came off across as a bit rude, but you can't question Van Dijk. Obviously, the first goal, he played his part in that.
Yeah.
But would Liverpool have been Premier League champions last year without Virgil van Dijk in the back line? The points difference would have been a lot less than 10 points. So
100%.
You can't question Van Dijk, I don't think.
No.
Obviously on the first goal he was poor, but overall you can't be questioning his commitment to the club, where he stands at the club.
Yeah.
One of Liverpool's greatest ever centre backs. And I think the Prophet will agree with that.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Jack, you want to add anything?
I'd also like to point out, in the first half, Liverpool didn't create many clear-cut chances. The only chance I can actually properly recall was when Salah got a ball into Isak, who headed it over, and I think he was.
Don't forget that Wirtz turn as well. That provided shot, and he missed that as well. Don't forget that.
Yeah, it was Chelsea deserved to win. I would firmly say that. Just based off of the whole game. Obviously Liverpool, they came back in it second half. Obviously, as Prophet talked about, the Gakpo goal, it was a solid just goal. Yeah, but with the fact that Chelsea lost two of their two important players in their team, obviously Achiampong, who hasn't got that many minutes for them this season, and also Badiashile. So now they have no centre backs who are essentially fit, apart from Chalobah, who's coming back from his suspension. So Reece James is probably going to have to play in the centre of defence in the next game. But regardless,
I have to add real quick. I just saw today Fabrizio Romano posted that Reece James pulled out of the England squad because of a knock.
Oh
wow, interesting.
No.
So
Jesus
that's another
Christ.
thing to deal with now. That's going to be
Chelsea just going to have to bring players from like under 21s now to play at centre back for them.
And Chimpong's out, Badiashile's out.
Yeah.
Colwell's out. Who else do they have out? Tosin is out.
Tosin Abreu, yeah.
They have about 6 defenders out.
They have Reece James is injured, so Gusto is their only option, and I worry for Chelsea, man. Like I think this could dampen them in the title race if they were to get back into the race. Obviously, they just won the weekend, so it might boost them to get back into the title race. I'm trying to say. So, do I think it'll hurt Chelsea in the long run? Probably not. These are not serious injuries from what I'm hearing. They're just knocks in the game. I don't think it'll be long-term injuries. Hopefully, Levi Colwill might be back soon, depending on that. But again, Chelsea will have to go into January be like, yeah, we need to go and sign a lot of center backs. Now, we sign a lot of goalkeepers. We have to go sign a lot of center backs. You know what I'm trying to say? So that could be the downfall. But
let's not forget. Sorry, go on, Jack. Go on, Jack.
Yeah, but I'd also like to point out, like, Liverpool defensively throughout the whole match, like there wasn't much presence realistically. Obviously, for the Caicedo goal, as you've all mentioned, like Van Dijk should have pressed up. McAllister should have been essentially in a position where the referee was when Fernandes sprayed the ball out to Caicedo, as they pointed out on Match of Day and whatnot. And Conor Bradley was very fortunate, I'd say. And I know this happens a lot with other sort of teams where play like fullbacks on a yellow card and then they make a challenge which could potentially be deemed as like a second yellow, but they get away with it. Like for Conor Bradley's sake, glad that he was taken off at halftime in terms of like he was being run ragged by Garnacho, and I know that Akovin absolutely despises him. Just want to point that out.
Sorry, who again? Who?
Garnacho.
Oh.
Yeah, that Spanish-Argentinian twink.
That twat from Argentina, you know what I mean?
No, he was born in Spain, though, to be fair, so he's like Spanish-Argentinian.
No, he's still Argentinian background, to be fair. It's not.
True. But, yeah, like, fair play to Chelsea. Solid performance from them. Liverpool, quite, like, I'd say they were unfortunate midweek as well against Galatasaray. Like there should have been a penalty from what I saw in
100%.
Some of the clips I've seen.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully this continues as like a rival fan. But for your sake, hopefully Liverpool will get back into form. Profit.
Honestly, I think it's just caught up. To be fair, we've been lucky. We've been mad lucky this season. We haven't played well in one. I can't name one game that we've played well in. Really. We've scammed all of our wins. And I think at the moment, the table doesn't lie. Arsenal are top, and they deserve to be top because they are probably the best team in the league at the moment. It's not even a debate for me.
The only thing is now Arsenal have to continue this form going to the end of the season. Like they have to go from. People say about the February run to the May run. I'll be honest with you, Arsenal need to look at this now. They have to start picking up form now because City are right behind them. City have just picked up form. Chelsea are right behind them. You know, I know you guys got a point against Man City, but it's all well and good celebrating that last.
You need to win.
But you need to win. We used to go to our rivals' grounds and used to go win there to go win the league. We used to go to Stamford. We used to go to Arsenal. We used to go away to Tottenham. We used
got history lessons from Akovin again.
I mean,
no, I understand.
I've seen my team win 3 titles, bro. I can tell you right now firsthand that going away to your rivals, you have to go to Man City and win. We won at the Etihad in the last minute of the game. People are forgetting that Paul Scholes winner was one of my favorite goals ever as a Man United fan. Why? Because of the moment that it happened. So I mean, so this is why I say title races, you have to be perfect. United weren't perfect in 2010. That's why we lost the league. That's why in 2012 we lost the league because we weren't perfect. You have to be perfect in your running to the end of the season. Sometimes you can look up and be like, oh wow, we should have got a point here. You should have got a point there. You have to get as maximum points as possible in each and every game. You have to damage limitations. You have to go on, and you have to go and get the points where needed, because you can look at this play and be like, oh wow, we should have got a point here. 1 point could hurt you.
That's it, exactly.
1 point could really hurt you. Liverpool fans can tell you, and this is not just Liverpool. They can tell you 1 point has hurt them many times. You know what I mean? You've lost the league by a point, like what, 3 times? I'm not mistaken.
Twice, yeah.
In 2014 as well. No, I thought 13.
No, that was 2 points, I think.
No, that was 2 points. 18-19, and it was 21-22 that we lost it by both times.
All you needed was that point against Chelsea, and that was the league. That league title was wrapped up. But to see again, this is where I say fine margins in football. So this is why I say Arsenal need to look at the next game. Who you play next game when you come back from the
Fulham away.
That's a tough one, That's a tough one.
That's the place you haven't won it in some time. You need to go get 3 points there. You need to look at that game and be like, all right, we go get 3 points there. You haven't beat West Ham in 2 home games, you won. Go beat Fulham away. That's the games you look at. Forget the Chelseas, forget the Man Cities, forget the Uniteds, forget the Spurs. You need to go and look at these Fulham away, Brighton away, West Ham away. These games are that relegation battle teams at times. Maybe you need to go and be like, oh wow, these guys are fighting relegation. You're going to go get points there. You know what I'm trying to say?
100%.
That's true.
So yeah, that's just my thoughts on that. I don't know.
Yeah, Ackman. I'm not going over the Man City game again, but I have said, I went on a massive rant on this channel about it and all that, But I did say Arteta starting Rice, Zubimendi, Merino midfield away at Anfield and at home to Man City especially. I think that's going to be fatal come May. I think that's going to be absolutely fatal come our title hopes. But hey, at the end of the day, we don't know what's going to happen yet. Listen, you know what my thoughts are on this manager, but
I know. He doesn't seem like them. He doesn't seem like he wants to win games. When he goes to title rivals, it looks like he's happy with a point. You know what I mean? He's too much of a. I don't want to say the word. Yes, yeah, that's it. You need to want to win these games. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't strike me as someone who wants to.
And that's true.
In that game against Man City, I think Arsenal's game plan was out the window because they conceded early. They weren't supposed to concede. I think Arsenal.
Yeah, our game plan went out the window after 9 minutes. Yeah. I was absolutely fuming with that lineup. Anfield, I can understand, but City at home, you need to be going for that.
Yeah, I'm surprised how City approached that game. To be fair,
I thought you
they were really defensive.
I thought you were going to win that game. I thought Arsenal would win that game.
We needed to win that game.
What you did City in the last 2 years, you beat them. You got those results.
Put it this way, it's not our games against the quote unquote big six that cost us. It's the games against the likes of Fulham and West Ham and Everton.
100%.
Big six sides we've got no issues with. I know Liverpool ended the top gooners unbeaten against big six record. But at the end of the day, those aren't the games that cost Arsenal usually. It's usually the games against the so-called lesser teams. And listen, we've spoken about this so many times, but hey, listen, Arsenal are top at the minute. Do I think we're going to win it under this manager? No, I don't. Do I think we're going to win anything under this manager? No, I don't. And I'm pretty sure Jacques can agree with that. But at the end of the day, you don't know what's going to happen. So.
Yeah. Jacques, you want to say something to that?
Yeah, in terms of just like the mentality of Arteta, particularly as Josh has said, like if you're going to, Josh has said, and also Joachim, like you're going to your title rivals, play your best team, play the team. Don't try and sit back, go for a draw, just like Arteta's plan was against Liverpool, just as Arteta's plan was against Man City. Although I'd say for Man City, his plan was to go for a win, but like he didn't play for that. Like you go 1-0 down, and then it's panic stations. That's literally what it was when Holland scored against us. Just like when we were at Anfield and like we were playing for a draw. Like that's literally what the plan was. And then obviously Estevao'S scores a winner in like the 83rd minute, thereabouts, from free kick. And it's like this manager's mentality is just shocking in terms of the big six. Like, cool, we scraped by against Man United at Old Trafford. We drew against Man City. Hey, yeah, that was absolutely awesome. I'm joking, obviously. Like you score an equalizer in the 93rd minute or so. Let's say there's 8 minutes of added time, essentially, after the regulation 90. You take the ball back, go for a winner. That's what we did against Newcastle, but we couldn't do that against Man City. And I'd also like to point out our record at Stamford Bridge, it needs to fucking improve big time. Because we drew there last season. We drew there the season before. Like, is those, as Arteta talks about, the fine margins, like, is those that you need to fucking improve on? Because lo and behold, at the end of the season, in 23-24, we finished 2 points off the top. The matches against West Ham at home, Fulham at home, Fulham away, Man City away, where we can see where it finished 0-0 and we were just shocking. Same with Man City. Like those matches where you drop the points and then at the end of the day it's say 6 or 7 or 8 or even 10 drop points and you miss out on the league by 5 points or so. That's what costs you. Like, you can't spend that much money. You can't have the fucking expectations of, oh, the Conquerors are happy with finishing in the Champions League. You can't do that. Like, finishing second over the course of over 3 seasons in a row is absolutely shocking. And as I said this before, you do that at Barcelona, you do that at Real Madrid, you're getting sacked. Like, if you don't have the trophies to back you up, if you finish second in the league, then you're sacked. You're out the door. Like that, there's no excuse. Like, yeah.
I reckon if Arteta wouldn't have won the FA Cup back in December. December.
It was when he first came in. Yeah.
When he first came in.
Was 2020? I think that was.
Yeah, 2020.
Yeah, August 2020 against Chelsea. Yeah.
If he wouldn't have won the FA Cup, I reckon he'd have been sacked after Villarreal. Yeah. I'll be real with you. I reckon that Villarreal game would have been his last game in charge.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you cannot tell me you don't make the final after playing your best performance and you still can't win the game. You played well that game. You should have scored. Should have won the game. But you took off your striker for a winger. So it just tells you everything you need to know about Arteta. You know what I'm trying to say. But anyways, that's a good segue to go to Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal 2-0 against West Ham. Jack, you might as well take it away with a performance. Good performance for Arsenal, isn't it?
Yeah, like solid performance. I mean, I didn't watch the match. I was just following on like the Sky Sports Soccer Saturday thing and whatnot. Like, good performance, cool. We won, got 3 points, broke our record of losing 2 on a bounce at home against West Ham. Cool, yeah. Like, we're top of the league for now. We're 1 point clear. That's all you can say at the end of the day. Like, you can't essentially afford to like drop points at any point. I know it's a cliche thing to say, but like, you can't afford to drop points if you want to be like a title challenger against, say, a West Ham or Bournemouth. Just as you talked about, Akerin, like these matches, I don't want to quote unquote call them like lesser teams or lower teams because like they're in the Premier League, which is supposed to be the biggest league in the world. As they advertise a lot, and like, yeah, we got 3 points. I'm happy with the result. Yeah.
Josh.
Yeah, solid win. Never in trouble, apart from a header in the 2nd minute and another header in the 92nd minute. West Ham didn't trouble us at all. Obviously, it's always nice to be top of the league. Whether we're going to stay there or not, I don't think so. But that's by the by. I mean, to be fair, there's not much else to say, really. I mean, Saka, 100 goal involvements in his 200th Premier League appearance he managed to reach. Would I have rather Gyökeres taking the penalty? To be honest, I know Saka wants to break the record, so go for it, mate. To be fair, there's not much else for me to say, really. I mean, you talk about struggling at Fulham in recent years, Akovan. We lost our last 3 visits to St James's Park. We lost our last 3 home games against Olympiacos. We lost our last 2 home games against West Ham. We've put all of those right. We need to continue with Fulham. We need to continue with Crystal Palace. Yeah, and that's it. At the end of the day, it's quite simple. Win the rest of our games in the league and we win it. But obviously that's not going to happen. Liverpool are going to get out of their blip. Man City are always there. I predicted Man City to win the league, and I'm still sticking to that. I'm not going to change in October. But yeah, we just beat Fulham, and it was a good win against West Ham. They didn't cause us any trouble. Good 3 points, and yeah, nothing else to say really. Big ups to Mendy as well.
Oh, actually,
the Arsenal game, yeah.
Yeah, Arsenal game, yes.
I actually watched the game. I was watching it on BN Sport because we were kicking off at 5:30. They kicked off at 3.
Right. Yeah.
Doing a little sly hate watch. Didn't go successfully. Yeah, nothing to say. Nothing to really say. Arsenal deserved the win. Got the win. Did their job. Top of the table. Liverpool didn't do their job. Didn't go top of the table. So yeah, like I said, at the moment, Arsenal top of the table, deservedly so. Best team in the league at the moment, I think personally.
Fine margins, really, to be fair with you. And also, just real quick, Josh and Jack, he's asking you a question on the Gyökeres performance. He meant performance, not comment. Gyökeres'
performance
on the weekend.
Oh, listen, yeah. I'm going to back that guy to the death. Like, I've said it all before. The guy dumped his girlfriend. He went to war against his own club and club president. His father was crying over the whole transfer scenario. Like, I'm backing that guy until the day he leaves because he's the top goal scorer in Europe over the last 2 seasons, not by mistake. Yeah. And listen, if you actually watch the games that Arsenal play, he's been absolutely fantastic. I highlight the St James's Park performance. He was absolutely brilliant. And he did the same thing against West Ham as well, completely unselfish. You may want your striker to be more selfish, but at the end of the day, it's a team game. And yeah, I'm not worried at all. I know that's only 3 goals in 10 games. But he will start bagging soon. I have full confidence of that. And I think Arteta didn't want him to play as much as he did. Because I think at Anfield and at home to Man City, we would have started Havertz if he wasn't injured. But Gyökeres started anyway. Listen, he may look a bit out of his depth in some games, but at the end of the day, new environment. He will start bagging soon. I have full confidence in him.
Yeah, I'd also like to point out something because the media narrative, you will, and I'm not trying to drag Florian Wirtz down as well in this sort of like stuff, but the way that say pundits like Jamie Carragher, like he pointed out Florian Wirtz after the performance, was it against Galatasaray? I can't remember if it was like the weekend before. About how like he's been a bit wishy-washy thus far, if you will, and he needs to get into form. But even before that, 2 weeks before, on like Sky Sports fan thing, whatever they do, there's a segment where Paul Scholes, the fucking ginger bollocks, sorry, just want to diss him a bit because he was being a bit of an arrogant prick and saying some like snide comments about Gyökeres, even though he'd scored at the time against Leeds, I believe it was, and I can't remember what the exact comment was, but it's a bit like how people make jokes about how Lukaku runs in like Timberland boots and whatnot. In terms of slander stuff, but like I just like to point out, because the media narrative around these sorts of players who come to the league, okay, they're not performing like Haaland did when he joined Man City, like a really well-oiled, really well-drilled team. And this isn't an excuse for like Arsenal not to have really good players who hit ground running. Like Gyökeres could be doing a bit better, I'd say, but he's not getting enough service. And I'm also not trying to throw shade at Darwin Nunez as well, but like he wasn't getting this sort of treatment when he joined Liverpool, as far as I'm aware, from the media.
I think when you win the Premier League, the pressure lays off you a little bit. You know what I'm trying to say? There's not much talk about them flopping after you've won a league title. You know what I'm trying to say? But it's not jackets.
Yeah. Also, just want to comment about like the Ødegaard injuries. Like, I mean, like he's a good player. He's a good player. I can fully say that, but like he's just been shit recently over the past two seasons. Like last season, I can't remember his goal contribution and whatnot, and just like the whole eye test thing, like he was just crap. And then this season, he's been injured, shoulder problems. He's done his like medial collateral ligament or something like that in his knee. I'm not sure what grade it is. If it's like grade 1, grade 2, or grade 3, because that's like the stuff they measure, like how long players are out for, depending on the grade of that. And like he's been subpar. That's the nicest way to put it. That's a nice way to put it. And hopefully, like he gets like surgery on his like shoulder or something like that soon. Because I'm sorry, you're coming off in the first half for like the third home game in a row or something like that. Like just go to surgery. Just get your problems sorted out, and then come back and play like however many months it takes to recover. Just do that. Like no Fugazi bullshit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, I'll pass on to Josh.
Thank you, Zach. No, it's interesting what you say about the difference in reaction between the likes of Gyökeres and Florian Wirtz. I think Paul Scholes said that Gyökeres runs like he's wearing jeans or something like that, which I found very ironic with Sesko at his club. I know Sesko scored twice now, so kill me, Ackerman. But it's like with Florian Wirtz, you see the stats that Sky Sports are putting out. Like the most amount of distance covered, the most amount of runs beyond the forwards or whatever. Like it's this weird. Like I understand Liverpool are champions, so they're going to naturally be more forgiving towards their signings like they made during the summer. But I mean, they're really scraping the bottom of the barrel there. There's no harm in admitting that it's been so poor for Liverpool so far. 100%. And like, I don't want to piss off the prophet or anything, but genuinely,
no, spot on. I've been saying it myself. He's not been up to the standard.
Yeah, he's been nowhere near up to the standards. And yeah, I mean, is it a Liverpool bias? I don't think so. I think it's more because Liverpool are champions, they get more benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? And I understand why. But
I just think the pundits, bro, they don't look at Liverpool as a team where they get all the traction. You know what I'm trying to say? If you look at a team like Man United, for example, oh wow, the traction's there.
You lot are everywhere.
Yeah. If you mention Man United, it's like wow, everyone's going to read it. Why?
I think it's. I feel like me personally. Sorry to put it back on Liverpool quickly, but I feel like they're still trying. Like with Klopp, they had the whole underdog gimmick thing going on, and that was understandable. With Man City, they were competing against. It's like they're still trying to do that under Slot. I'm sorry, but Liverpool broke the British transfer record twice in one window this summer.
100%.
So all this talk about transitioning. I mean, sorry, like surely, that was a summer to build a dynasty. That wasn't a summer to transition. You know what I mean? That was a summer for Liverpool to build on, and yes, they could still build on, but it's not clicking at this present moment.
100%.
So
you spend all that money, you got to win the league. The way I look at it.
Yeah. Prophet, I want to know your thoughts on Gyökeres as well. Like, obviously, like what Sanket asked here, he asked about the Gyökeres performances, and do you think like people are being harsh on Gyökeres? I mean, he scored 3 goals in how many games has he played?
I think he's been good. I think he's been pretty good. I'll be totally honest. I was a bit surprised. Obviously, Arsenal, they've needed a striker for a while now because I think last year they were doing the Kai Havertz as the fake 9 or something like that. So yeah, they've been needing a striker for a while. And they got one now, and he looks pretty good. You have to say he looks good. He's come in, hit the ground running, and I think he'll be a good signing for Arsenal going forward as well.
Fair. I can't lie to you. I agree with your points, guys. I mean, Gyökeres for me, I just find it to be very disrespectful the way people treat Gyökeres. Like, this guy has scored how many goals in Europe last year?
45, something
like
like
that. ATGA or some ATGA. I mean,
didn't he bag 98 GA in 103 games for Sporting or something like that? Why are you getting on his back so much? I understand there's a big whole expectation about it. You know, he's expected to. So
I think it's an Arsenal thing. A lot of people don't like Arsenal, so they just double down on the hate on Gyökeres.
But I don't want to do the whole victim thing, but it does feel that way sometimes. But you know, with your own club, you see the certain narratives that are coming out, and you're like, would you do this with anyone else?
100%, yeah.
Sanket, asking you a question as well, Prophet.
Do you think, honestly? Look, it feels like there's definitely something there with Chiesa and Slot because, like, he's putting in every time he plays Chiesa, he looks really good. He was great against Southampton. Man of the match for me in that game. He looked good against Palace when he came on. He scored us the goal actually against Palace. On another day, maybe we go on to win that game. He didn't come on yesterday, obviously. There's definitely something there because I don't see how you can continuously put in good performances, good displays when you're playing. And Mohamed Salah, who, let's be honest, look, Mohamed Salah on his day, we know how good he is. But at the moment, he's not cutting it. So I don't get how Chiesa can continuously be left on the bench and Salah can keep playing. And it's not even just this season. I think last season as well, when Chiesa was on the bench, Slot decided, well, he'd rather have gone with Darwin Núñez, which makes zero sense as well. And again, on Gakpo, 100%, Gakpo's been poor as well. He's been very poor. And honestly, Chiesa, he can't just, it's not like he can only play off the right. He can play central. He can play off the left. So fair enough, Slot doesn't want to drop him. He doesn't want to drop Salah on the right. You can still put him off the left ahead of Gakpo, but even that's not happening, which, again, it feels like there's an agenda here of some kind.
I mean, you signed him for cheap as well. And you know what it is? I actually like Chiesa because Italy's actually my favorite national team. Like, I actually support Italy, so I'm just like, if Chiesa's not playing, how will he get into a national team? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, he's stepping it up when it matters. He got the winner against Southampton. So he got the assist against Southampton. Bournemouth as well. I think he assisted against the Champions League game as well. Didn't he score in the Champions League game against Atletico Madrid as well, if I'm not mistaken? Or did he assist something, if I'm not mistaken? Whatever it was.
It was the Palace game. He scored against Palace when he came in.
He's contributed to a lot this season as well, Chiesa. So I think I think it's time to maybe put pressure on Salah. Like, if you don't perform in the next game, you're dropped for Chiesa.
This is it.
You need to start raising the tension, to start raising the bar for players because you spend a lot of money. Don't forget, you know what I'm trying to say. You've got squad.
100%. 100%.
Sorry, Josh, go on, bro.
So based on your point about Salah, yes, based on form, he should 100% be dropped. But you look at what he did do last season, and you look on the fact that Liverpool are paying him about 400k a week, if I'm not wrong. They're never going to drop him. I don't think they will. And listen, he's got United next.
100%.
Notoriously, he turns up in those sort of games. So who knows? But yeah, I think linking back to what Prophet's saying about Chiesa, I think Jamie Carragher made a good point on CBS Sport. And Jamie Carragher is probably one of my favourite pundits. He's very insightful and I enjoy listening to him. He said that Slot needs to revert back to what his team was like last season in terms of being more solid and whatnot. Yeah, take Kirk out because he's been poor for Robertson. Mm-hmm. Stop putting Szoboszlai right back.
Yeah, I think the formation as well. Obviously, Wirtz coming playing 3-1, and we don't tend really. Liverpool don't traditionally play with the workaholic engines in midfield. Last time we played with a 10 was back when we had Coutinho, and that was a long time ago. So yeah, we don't play with a 10, and I feel it's just kind of disrupted the team chemistry a bit and the flow. I think what Slot needs to do is get Wirtz out of the team, go back to a 4-3-3 with Szoboszlai, McAllister, Gravenberch in there, and I think you'll see better. You'll see more improvement. You'll see more fluidity, and I think you'll see the same. Well, the team from last season start to return again.
Fair enough. What formation is Slot playing this season?
4-2-3-1.
4-2-3-1. fair enough.
Frimpong's not really a right back. He's more
Ekitike should be starting, by the way, without a shadow of a doubt.
No,
I don't know why he didn't start. I don't know why he didn't start against Chelsea.
yeah, it made zero sense again. I think the front three should have been Isak, Ekitike, and Chiesa. That would have been what I would have gone with. Obviously, like you said, Slotty's never going to drop Salah. So, yeah. What I do and what the manager do is completely different.
Yeah. I mean, you'd add more pace. Isak has the pace. Chiesa has the pace. Ekitike has the pace. You've got the pace in attack. You mean space playing behind. Chelsea had barely any defenders on the pitch. They threw all their attackers on in the last minute trying to get the winner. So you could have capitalized on that in that sense. But then again, 100%. Salah, he'll have his dip in form at times. But Sanket's saying here as well, I totally respect Salah, but this season I see he has main character syndrome, always cut and take the shot, not crossing the ball to Isak. Do you think he's becoming more selfish towards his late age now? You think, oh wow, I've done everything I could now. I'll just try, and be the superhero once again. He's trying to be the hero. He's trying to play the hero game.
I think Salah's always really, to be fair, but I feel he has to really, But definitely feels this season that it does kind of feel a little bit like you've got East both now. So ultimately, the onus, well, before it would always be Salah gets the goals, he gets most of the goals. Now I feel with Isak coming in, the goals can be set out a bit more and the pressure can come off Salah a bit, but it still feels like the pressure is still on. That's not really what you want. You want to have the goals set out more.
Liverpool fans don't agree with me, but Trent is the main pillar in that Liverpool team. They're really, really missing him. I want to add to that. I think Diaz is another one that you guys kind of missing. Diaz was another player.
Yeah, I wouldn't have sold Diaz. I think that was a big mistake.
But 70 million was quite a good money for him, to be fair. Even though it
good
was
money, 100%.
Yeah, because obviously you have to deal.
I think the thing is we didn't replace him. That's the issue. Like, you're gonna sell Diaz, cool, but I feel we needed to replace him, and I don't think we did that.
When Aubameyang got the new bigger money contract, he started not performing like Salah so far this season. That's another point. Aubameyang also was turning up late to training. Even Rashford in his later days at United, when he got that new contract, his form dipped like anything. I remember when he was. Sorry, you were saying? Go on, bro.
I think even at the time, Aubameyang was probably arguably the best striker in the world. Honestly, at that time when he got that contract, and that drop off was crazy, really, really crazy, big drop off.
Because even then, I remember Rashford in his later United days when before he got the new deal, he was scoring goals like crazy, and then I remember I was like, wow, this version of Rashford is something I've never seen before. I'm like, I'm all for it. Once he got that new contract, everything changed. He was not.
How often do you see players overperform to get a new big money contract and then subsequently dip or revert back to their previous form?
I've seen it many times. I remember even I love Ahmad, but even Ahmad after his new contract hasn't had an amazing, outstanding performance. Ahmad wasn't amazing. He wasn't outstanding. He's had his different form. Obviously, I still rate Ahmad. I still think he's a quality player. I think he'll overcome his different form. But since he got that new contract, Ahmad's been a little bit off key as well. You know what I'm trying to say? He's not been the same Ahmad Diallo I thought he was. But listen, 100%. I reckon he'll bounce back. Diaz pressed like hell from left wing. That same energy is in the Liverpool team because of his departure. That 65 million was a good fee. We haven't done anything for the money to replace that.
I agree. Look, I feel like I said, we didn't replace Diaz. There was talks about Rodrigo coming in. I don't know if you guys remember, but there were talks about Rodrigo, and honestly, I would have taken that. I would have taken losing Diaz for Rodrigo, but I feel the fact that we didn't, we sold him and we didn't really replace him. We brought Isak in, but Isak's a striker. He's not a winger. So ultimately now we've only really got one left winger, really, which is Gakpo. I know Ekitike can play off the left as well, but he is mainly a striker. So I feel on that left hand side we are short a player, and that's on the club again into summer for not replacing him.
I think the main problem for Liverpool was not signing Gehi or another centre back alongside Leone. Especially did Kwanzaa got sold, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, he
did.
Who Slot didn't really like. I think he got replaced against Ipswich before half time, first game of last season. But I mean, way too focused on the offensive front, I think. That's my opinion personally.
I agree. Yeah, Guehi not being signed, that's a big problem. Because as you can see, Kanate, I don't know what's going on, whether he's got his head in Madrid, whatever, but he's not there. He's not there at the moment. And Kanate being bad, I think that's making the whole defense a little bit nervous as well. You see, obviously, the left back situation as well, the right back situation. Just, I feel, again, we need someone to come in and replace Kanate with for now because he's not performing, but there's no one we can replace him with. So I think despite him continuously putting in poor performances, he's just going to keep starting because there's no one there who can replace him.
Got anything to add to that, Jack?
I mean, to be honest, look at I know there's some stats that Liverpool had that Sky put on for goals and assists and terms just the attacking play from Salah. I think his goals and assists in comparison to last season have dipped by 50% in the league, and just his stats overall have dipped quite a fair bit. And I agree with what Prophet's talking about in terms of how Guehi not signing for Liverpool in the summer was a big miss, considering looking at how Leone did his ACL against Southampton in the Cup, and the fact that obviously, and the fact that he is, I'd partially say when he comes back, if Konate leaves for Real Madrid at the expiry of his contract in the summer, he will probably step in and play in a partnership with Van Dijk, because yes, he's still in his teens. He's 18, he's going on 19 this year or next, and he's got a lot of potential. Obviously came from Parma, I think it was, in Serie A, and he would definitely do well when he gets back to match fitness and obviously back on the pitch. But Liverpool, I'd say the whole team, and this isn't me trying to make an excuse, obviously, because of Jota's passing earlier this year, but I'd say that's had a big impact on the squad. That's what Van Dijk, I think, talked about after the Chelsea match. There's a quote, I can't remember which account on X was talking about it, but that's there's a quote that mentions that, and how Liverpool have essentially felt I don't want to say mentally drained, but that's one way to put it, to be fair. And considering they're going for all 4 competition this season, just like last season, it's going to lead to mental fatigue, physical fatigue, obviously, and emotional fatigue. And on the front of how Diaz was sold, obviously he's 28, 29. This was the time for him to get a big move if he were to leave Liverpool, which he has. And he's doing relatively well, I'd say, at Bayern Munich thus far. Obviously scored against Frankfurt in the league in the first minute, I think it was. And when I saw that notification, I kind of part of me laughed inside, because he would be crucial if he was still at Liverpool right now, because obviously Gakpo is not in the best form, Salah's not in the best form, and you need those players to essentially come into the team or be in the team and take the game by the scruff of the neck. There's a saying in French, I think it is. It's prendre le taureau par les cornes, which is take the minotaur by the horns, essentially. And that's the sort of player you need in that Liverpool team.
That can
get them over the line, essentially, win them matches.
Like a moments player, you mean?
Sorry?
Like a moments player.
Yeah. Like Rio, obviously, against Newcastle. Just those players who get the 3 points of a club. No bullshit. No bullshit. Yeah.
That's mad. 10 goal contributions in 10 matches at Bayern. That is mad.
Wow.
That is actually like crazy to beat that. But anyways, I just want to add real quick to the Arsenal game. Obviously, you guys did what you needed to do. 3 points, top of the league. 2-0 against West Ham. You probably broke your duck against West Ham at home. I think it took you like a few games to do that, but it's about time. The pressure is on now. Can you guys mount that run that you guys need to do? Fulham away next. You haven't won there in 2 games or 3 games, whatever it is. You need to go there and win. You know what I mean? You need to go there and get 3 points. You need to go to what's it called? You need to go to these grounds and get results. You know what I'm trying to say? But listen, that's just what it is. We can talk about that another day. The Liverpool game, I didn't really speak about as well. The Liverpool game, Chelsea were just by far the better team by a distance. I was watching with my mate. He was a Chelsea fan. Chelsea were wasteful at the same time, but they got the job done in the end of the day. They managed to get that.
They wanted it more.
They wanted it more, exactly. Liverpool were under the cosh for pretty much a lot of the second half. I think they were struggling with the.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I cut out in it for a minute. I had to just
don't worry about it, bro.
Yeah, apologies, man.
Liverpool were under the cosh for most of that game, and I think the way Chelsea were winning the ball back, Caicedo was by far the man of the match. Enzo Fernandez, he did all right. Estevao, when he came on, he did well. João Pedro was, I mean, not really much. You know what I'm trying to say. But at the end of the day, like I said, Chelsea did what they needed to do. They got 3 points. They picked up their form after losing. Do you know what it is? This was Chelsea's more of a must-win for Chelsea because Chelsea needed to go. Chelsea needed to end that losing streak in the Premier League. They lost back-to-back games in the Prem, plus they drew one away at Brentford. So they needed to break that streak and go win that. Chelsea were winless for 4 games, I think. 3 games. Chelsea won. What was it? They lost to Bayern, lost to United, lost to Brighton, dropped points to Brentford. So they need to end that win the streak, and they did it against Benfica. Came home against Liverpool, did it in a big game, and fair play to Chelsea. But yeah, make sure you guys hit the like button, guys. Make sure you guys sub to Liverpool Prophet. The link is in the chat. I put the link right here.
Appreciate that, guys.
His link is right here. Make sure you guys get him to 550 subs, guys. Next milestone and such and such. Next game you want to talk about? Which game do you guys see as a bit of interest?
I think the next biggest story is Crystal Palace's 19-game unbeaten run in.
Take it away, bro.
Take it away. Crystal Palace wasteful. Everton last-minute limbs. When we made our Premier League predictions, I predicted Everton to be the quote-unquote dark horse, as in they could make an outside shot of Europe. And I genuinely believe that. I feel under David Moyes, we're going to see the same thing we saw back in the late 2000s, where they are constantly knocking down the door for a Champions League place. I don't think they're quite that. They're not quite at that stage yet, but I think they do have an outside chance of Europe as it stands. I know it's only October, but I think Moyes has got a solid foundation with that Everton team. Obviously, the Hill Dickinson Stadium. I mean, I think they've adapted well so far to that. Grealish last-minute winner for my FPL as well, which was fantastic.
Yep.
Indie penalty, which everyone else has in their FPL as well.
Of course.
So, yeah, and it was very unfortunate for Crystal Palace. Listen, we've lavished praise upon Crystal Palace, and rightly so. But we haven't spoken about their unbeaten run on this show, which we really should have done. We didn't know until, a few games ago, when they started really making noise about it. At the end of the day, for a club like Crystal Palace to go on that unbeaten run, juggling their first ever European experience, juggling their first ever trophy lift, first time in their history, in an era where the league is dominated by sheikh trillionaires and Russian oligarchs and what have you, established clubs like the Liverpools, Uniteds, Arsenals of the world, constantly outspending these type of clubs, and they still managed to go that far in the league. Absolutely fantastic. So fair play to them. But fantastic points for Everton as well. They're a solid outfit. And yeah, fair play to them.
Anyone want to add to that? I didn't watch the game, so I can't really, comment on
I think it was written in the stars for Palace to lose. They put in such a good display against us last week. You just kind of had a feeling it was going to happen, and they were going to lose the next game after beating us, and that's what happened.
Against the Everton of all teams as well. What about you, Jacques? Did you think anything of the game?
Well. FPL came in clutch. I'll be honest. I know we'll probably talk about that later, but I remember we had a conversation just for the deadline last week about, I think it was to do like Kukurea and Gerhi, but with Akavin, Josh and I had with each other, and luckily I put Munoz in my team. And Munoz, Grealish, and NDI all contributed. Thank God. But yeah, big ups to Everton, as Josh was saying about like David Moyes. Like, I think it was 2005, just after they sold Rooney to Man United on deadline day of your 4 or 5 summer window, that Everton finished 4th, if I recall. Under David Moyes, and like obviously the season before they finished 17th, like he could have been sacked, but like fair play to like Everton. They are a class act. They should not have been anywhere near like the relegation zone
For one of the biggest clubs in England.
Lampard, flipping Dyche. Like they are a stalwart team of the Premier League, top 8, I'd say top 8. Like obviously you've got like the quote unquote Big 6 and whatnot, but like Everton should be just outside that. And like when teams go to like new stadiums or have like new home grounds and whatnot, in terms of how Spurs and Arsenal were playing when they started playing games at the Emirates, and also Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, respectively. Like they were wishy-washy. Their form was. I mean, Arsenal drew against Aston in the first game there at the Emirates. I can't remember what the first game was at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Couldn't give 2 craps about those lot. But yeah, like Everton have been class thus far. Grealish, I think, quintupled his goal and assist output in the league from last season. Like, I think he's got 1 goal, 4 assists. At Man City, when he played 20 games last season, he only had 1 goal and an assist. Like these are the levels that David Moyes brings to you. Like he does not suit like a Pep Guardiola system in terms of like he has to play as a winger and essentially just be like one of sort of like tools of a whole system. Whereas under this Moyes system, where I'd say it's more fluid and more, it's more. So I'd say it's more individualistic, if you will. Like he's been class, and also big ups to Iliman and Jay. Like that guy is absolutely class, and I know we didn't do that well at Marseille like a couple of seasons ago, but like he has been worth the money and quadruple the fee, if you will. Like he has been class. And when you're looking at some of the other players who have transferred to the Premier League recently, like he has to be probably top 20 signings, if not top 15, I'd say. Coming from foreign leagues, should I say? I'm not trying to like I'm putting an asterisk in terms of like players who transferred between like domestic leagues and whatnot. But yeah, David Moyes.
Yeah, I mean, it happened. I mean, Crystal Palace, we're bound to lose the game. I mean, 19 games, guys. I feel like Josh. I've said this before. Us three, as well, Jack. We failed to give Crystal Palace our plaudits long before their run ended. You know, now is the time where we look at be like, okay, we give Crystal Palace the flowers. 19 games in the Premier League unbeaten. I mean, for a club like Crystal Palace, that is something that you deserve a statue for. I'm just being honest. You deserve a statue for that alone, as well as the FA Cup. I mean, he's giving Crystal Palace fans their most successful season in their life. I mean, you can only say props to him. Props to him for such a successful season, for such a successful period. Palace fans could have dreamt of this moment. They could have dreamt of it. I mean, it's only right. Like say, any Palace fan watching that, Josh and I have said before. Josh said before, and I will say this again. Enjoy this moment. You never know when it could go away. Really, just appreciate what Oliver Glasner has done for you. That is unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be at Palace much longer. To be fair, I think he'll get a big job.
Where do you think he goes to?
I mean, I don't know about you, but I've seen rumors on United potentially. You don't think so? No.
I genuinely think he might. I don't know if Ruben Amorim will be sacked. It depends on the Liverpool result. It depends on the results upcoming after Liverpool because we have till November to decide whether they want to sack him or not. Because the sacking fee becomes less. Right now it's 12 million. If you wait till November, it becomes 4 million. So then they'll think, okay, maybe they might want to pull the trigger. You know what I mean? I don't think they get Oliver Glasner in now, or they either get him in mid-season, or the end of the season. I don't know. It's a different story. So I don't know for sure if he will be the one that could be the next Man United manager. But we shall see. Like I said, it depends on the upcoming results. But fair play to Glasner. You know what I mean? Fair play to Glasner. But where I see him going, probably back to the Bundesliga. I think maybe back to the Bundesliga. I think maybe Vincent Kompany decides one day, he's like, yeah, I've had enough of Bayern Munich. I think Oliver Glasner becomes the next Bayern Munich manager after Kompany. There's a really good chance that happens. It's a really good chance that happens. I mean, Bayern have played a back three before. They played a back three before, anyways. I mean, it's only right they go for manager like Glasner. I think Glasner's the right manager. But at the end of the day, if he does leave Palace, I don't think Bayern will be his next destination. But we shall see. You know what I mean? It could, but I see Glasner managing Bayern one day. Maybe not now, but someday. You know what I mean? But that's just my thoughts. And what are your thoughts on Nick Automata scoring 3 goals in 3 consecutive games? 4 goals in 3 consecutive games. Fair play to him.
Perfect response to the Bayern president, I think.
Yeah.
Saying that, who did he come from? Stuttgart, was it?
Stuttgart, yeah.
Yeah. Like he was congratulating Stuttgart for finding a club that was stupid enough to pay that amount of money for it. And what I can say, he's completely proved the doubters wrong. That's 3 goals in 3 games. I think that's 4 goals in 6 appearances.
4 and 3. 4 in the last 3, but in 6 appearances, 4 goals.
Yeah. Like, I mean, compare that to Isak's start at Liverpool. Walter Mardes, he's been a fantastic player so far. He's had a fantastic start for Newcastle. And he's offering them something different up front. He's more of an aerial threat. That's suited to Newcastle's set-piece routine and whatnot. I think he's fit like a duck to water so far. And for the Bayern president to come out with that was just disgusting.
Prophet, you want to add anything to that?
What was it? I went out again for a minute. What was it?
We're talking about Nick Automata, him getting 4 goals.
Oh yeah, he's been good, very good. I think Newcastle have got a good Isak replacement there. To be fair, obviously he was unproven. There was a lot of question marks. Can he come into Newcastle and replace Isak? And I think he's done well, very well so far. So yeah, they've got a good replacement there. I feel.
Jack.
Muted, man.
Yeah. Okay. So, my bad. Yeah, he's been class last night. Obviously, he scored against the mighty Arsenal, and Wolves, and also have a weekend against. Fuck's sake, I can't remember. Wolves. Yeah, like he. So yeah, Wolves, Arsenal, and
he scored in the Champions League. He scored with
Union Saint-Gilloise.
Union Saint-Gilloise, and then I can't remember who the other team was at the weekend.
Wait, he scored 2 goals or 1 goal?
Gordon scored twice in a week.
No, Baltimore. How many goals did he score against USG?
I think did he score 1 goal? If I'm not
I
mistaken.
think it was one. Anyway,
And
regardless,
he was scored against Forest. So
that's it. Forest. That's it. Sorry, I completely forgot. Yeah, he's been class for us. He's been class for us. Like, big ups to him. Obviously, he come from Stuttgart in the Bundesliga, and there haven't been that many sort of like, I don't want to say good sort of strikers that come from the Bundesliga with us. Well, recently, I mean, Polly Krug joining West Ham last summer. I mean, he hasn't performed well, to be frank. But like, shout out to Voldemar. I know I've compared him to another YouTuber called Geopold from like Birmingham and whatnot because he looks like him. But enough of the slander and whatnot. Hopefully, he has a solid season for Newcastle. Like, big ups to him. Big fucking, pardon my French. Sorry. Big sort of like, I think he's like 2 meters tall or something like that, thereabouts. Like, he's a proper target man, a proper number 9. He's not like a
EFG.
He's not like a fucking Kai Havertz fucking like number 10 at like Leverkusen.
He's clear of Kai Havertz.
Like he would absolutely just batter him in like a 1v1. I'll just be honest. Like, shout out to Voltamada. Yeah.
I mean, he can play basketball as well. I mean, he is really, really tall. I mean, but at the same time, like, big up to him. He's doing some good work over there in Newcastle. But yeah, Newcastle also won 2-0 as well against Nottingham Forest. That's a good win for them as well. Especially, their start to the season has been all great. But then again, good way to bounce back against since last week they lost to Arsenal at home.
Can I say?
Yeah.
Forest have been shocking since they appointed him. What's his name?
Yes.
And Postecoglou. It's been they've been absolutely shocking.
I know, man. I don't know what it is. Like, Forest haven't won a single game, haven't they? They've only drawn one game, haven't they?
They drew against Burnley. Yeah,
they drew against Betis after being 2-0 up as well. The highline's hurting Forest. I can't lie to you, it's hurting Forest.
This is exactly what Marinakis deserves.
100%.
Well, maybe.
It is, Akron. Come on.
No. Do you know why I say it's because, I mean, at the same time, if the Forest manager has high standards, like he thought he was preparing for a Champions League next season, and then they dropped out, then you kind of felt like we've bottled it. All right, now you've upset. You're upset. You know what I mean? Getting
rid of Nuno is just pathetic. Like,
I don't think you should have got rid of
Nuno. It makes
Nuno.
No sense.
But no, I think maybe getting rid of Nuno was fine, but going for Ange is wrong. I don't think you should have got.
Yeah, someone who finished 17th in the table with Tottenham. That's a big red flag there.
They could have gone for like a Xavi or something. Xavi was right there in the market. You know what I mean? Xavi's right there. There is who else is available right now in the market? That's
Roy Hodgson.
Massive Roy Hodgson. No, I think Xavi is the right man for them. I think Xavi is the right man for
No, I feel that Nottingham Forest squad, their style of play was absolutely perfect with Nuno Espirito Santo. And Marinakis is pissed that right up the wall. Let's not forget, he snitched to Palace. He snitched against Palace to UEFA to get Nottingham Forest into a competition that they didn't deserve to be in, based on merit. And now he's reaping all the shit rewards he gets from that. I mean, at the end of the day, Palace should be in that position right now.
100%.
So, Nottingham Forest should be in the Conference League. They weren't good enough to finish in the Europa League. That's the whole point. It's only because of some paperwork not getting completed in time.
They should have finished
in the Europa League. Yeah.
They should have finished in the Champions League. They were 8 points clear in the top 4. They should have finished.
They should have, yeah. City were shocking last year. Who else was in that top 4 race?
Chelsea, Newcastle, Man City,
Aston Villa.
Villa as well, yeah.
Newcastle, Forest was in it. Would you say Arsenal was in it for some bit? I would say so.
Yeah, I think Arsenal.
Well, we dragged ourselves down.
Yeah, you dragged yourselves into the top 4 race.
A bit.
Obviously not Spurs. Who else was there? Brighton was in it for a bit. Brighton.
No,
it was really small bit. Really small bit, I'd say.
For a bit, I guess. Fulham, Bournemouth was in it at one point.
No.
They were in the Europa League spot.
I'd say
Bournemouth was in the Europa League spot. To be fair, they could have got Europa League. Bournemouth.
They could have, yeah.
They could have got Europa League. But I mean, in my opinion, they should target a trophy this year. Bournemouth. They should look at winning a trophy this year to get into Europe.
Yeah, they should go for a cup, a Carabao Cup or an FA Cup. Look at what
Yeah.
Palace and Palace, who else? Newcastle as well. Look at what they did last year. They took the cup stuff. They took it seriously. They won it. So I think Bournemouth should do something similar.
100%. The next game you guys want to talk about. Did you guys watch the Brentford City game? Did you watch the?
Yeah, I watched bits of it.
I watched a bit. Yeah, I watched a bit. I wasn't expecting much. I had a feeling they'd win anyway. So
yeah, so
making a good save. All I saw was Donnarumma making a really good, crucial save for City. That's all I really saw. I didn't really see much. Obviously, Haaland getting another goal, captain's goal in FPL. Obviously, you guys know Haaland in FPL. You've got to captain him if you haven't captained him already. You've got to. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's all I can really say on the City game. The United game, I spoke about it earlier on the Red Army Rampart with myself and Rasta and Ray. If you haven't checked it out already, go check it out, people. Any United fans in the chat. I thought we played well against Sunderland. I thought we deserved.
It was a 2-0 win, wasn't it? 2-0 win.
2-0.
I thought they'd struggle. I'll be honest. I thought it'd been at a 1-0 where United just get it late or something. But I thought they were relatively comfortable in the game for once.
Yeah, comfortable. But the only issue was, bro, we were so wasteful on the counter attack, and that's the one thing I have an issue with Man United. We are so in transition. United need to do a lot better going forward. We waste a lot of our final passes as well. And the chances in front of goal, you've got to bury them. You've got to score them, man. I mean, look, I'm happy the 2-0 win. I will take it all day, every day. It's 3 points, comfortable win. It was a good performance. But the problem is consistency, and you've got to back your chances when you get them. United wasteful on the counter. The keeper had a really good debut. I thought he played amazing on his debut. I thought the defense was solid. De Ligt commanded the back as usual. I thought, the midfield did the job. All the midfield wasn't amazing. They did their job. The manager took Casemiro off. He learned his lesson from the Chelsea game. He took Casemiro off when he got the booking. So it wasn't too rash. Look, at the end of the day, 3 points is all that matters, and United got the 3 points. And well, like I said, we could have scored more, but onto Anfield now, I guess. I mean, Prophet will do a preview of that game. So guys, check it out in the coming weeks. We're going to do a preview in the next weeks. I don't know if you guys want anything on the United game as well, just quickly, and then we'll go to the next game.
I'll just repeat what Prophet said. It was surprisingly comfortable. I thought it'd be like late squeaky bum time United 2-1 win.
Yeah,
but yeah, I guess it's a reflection of what state United are in right now, where I'm surprised Sunderland didn't cause you more problems. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I was disappointed because I wanted Sunderland's good form to continue, and obviously I don't want United winning. But I mean, it was a good 3 points for you guys. So
it surprised me, to be fair, Sunderland have, because I think they're sixth in the table, fifth, somewhere like that.
Yeah, somewhere around.
Yeah, they're pretty. I expected them to be a lot lower.
I think we're ahead of them now in the table. Oh no, we're not. We're just one point behind them. We're just a point behind Sunderland now. But like I said, it's fine margins at the start. 1 point could take you to second. Another could take you to 15. You know what I mean?
If Bruno Fernandes scored that penalty away at Fulham, and say you won 2-1 in the end, if he scored that penalty against Brentford and say you held on for a 2-2 draw, that's 3 extra points. Wouldn't you be like 3 or 4 points off the top?
And Brentford should have got a red card as well. Don't forget.
Yeah. So with those extra 3 points, wouldn't you be like 4 points off Arsenal at the top, or 3 points?
I'd say around 2 points, because we could have got a point against you guys as well. We should.
No. Let's not start that.
No. We should have had a pen.
I think United were good against Arsenal opening day, really good. So
we could have had a penalty, man. At the end, Cunha had that penalty. It should have been a pen. But it is what it is. We deserved at least a point in that game. I'll be honest. I think we deserved at least a point. I'll be real. But look, no matter how many points we are off Arsenal, at the moment we are 6 points off Arsenal. That's
6 points. Yeah, you'd only be 3 points behind us if Fernandes buried those penalties.
Yeah, exactly.
That shows you can't really look into the league this early on.
Yeah, because it's.
Why I mentioned in the show earlier today. If United, what do you call it? Sorry, if one team wins, it takes you like second. One team loses, it takes you like 18th. It's like 5 marches at the start. You know what I'm trying to say? I'd maybe look into like game week 11 or 12 and be like, okay, that's where I look at. Around game week 16 is where I'd start to judge the points. You know what I mean? Because like I said, it's only the start. Like, we can't really say for sure. But you know what it is? I'm happy now we now won 3 home games in a row, and that's something that kind of, that's something we need to improve on. Brighton at home next after Anfield. That's something we haven't won against Brighton in like 4 games at home, and that's something we need to work on. We need to win though. We need to win that game against Brighton. That would be a good win. And I know it's shameless of me as a United fan to say this, but it'll be a statement win against Brighton. It would be a statement win because Brighton we've never.
Would it surprise you? Would it surprise you if United get a point at Anfield and then go and lose to Brighton a week after that? It wouldn't surprise me. Seriously.
I'll be honest with you, bro. As crazy as it sounds, we've gotten points in our last 2 visits to Anfield. We've gotten 2 points. Our last 2 visits to Anfield, and in the bigger games we start to play better. We start to play well in the bigger games. I think it's these games, like I say, against like the Fulhams, the Brentfords, we struggle in. It's the bigger games we turn up in. You know what I'm trying to say? I think at Anfield, I hope we turn up. I hope we go there, put a performance, capitalize on your bad form. Like I said, international break couldn't have come at a better time for you guys. It couldn't have come at a better time for you guys. Because in my opinion, if we would have played next week, I'd have been more confident. Because now the international break's here, I think you guys have 2 weeks to recharge, regroup, come back, and go play at home. Obviously, you guys haven't lost at home yet. I mean, that's the only thing that you kind of be like, you only lost away, you've not lost at home. You know what I'm trying to say? Anfield, I think, is where Liverpool play their best football. I think away from home, you'll struggle a little bit because to adapt, because the crowd of the game will be up for it. You're playing Liverpool at home. The big dogs are in town. You know what I'm trying to say? But at the same time, that's just where it is. I think at home, you guys are fine. But against Liverpool United, form goes out the window. I think this is where I look at form goes out the window. But we'll preview that in the comments. But if you guys want to, please go ahead, please. Add a name you like. Josh, Jack, you want to add anything to that?
Shaq, you got anything to add to it?
Not really, to be honest. I mean, like, obviously, you've just mentioned like points that are important to just like highlight. Like, obviously, United not in the best run of form. Sunderland, the opposite. I mean, obviously, they won City Ground the match week before. And also, I'd also like to point out one more thing in terms of like Nottingham Forest. Like, thus far, they've just been shite. Like, and I'd also like to point out one more thing. It's just who they are, mate. It's just who they are. I know that accent, that impression of Ange is absolutely shit, but like, Forest deserve everything that's coming for them in terms of like, as just mentioned, like you snitch on Palace, but just because they didn't get paper in by the 1st of March to allow them to be in the same European competition as Olympique Lyonnais in the Europa League because of multi-club ownership. But imagine if Forest had qualified for a Champions League and then flipping Olympiacos get through in the playoffs. Like, that's conflict of interest in a way for Marinakis because he owns both Olympiacos and Nottingham Forest. And with this sort of Ange ball and whatnot, obviously, like, there's always stuff about, he wins in his 2nd season. I mean, he won the flipping Scottish Premiership and up north of the border with Celtic in his 1st season, if I recall. And then obviously, he won a trophy. He won a trophy with Spurs, Europa League, and whatnot. But looking at the current standing, I don't know about Nottingham Forest. I don't know about them because like you would expect them to beat Sunderland. I mean, just on paper, realistically. Obviously, Sunderland brought in loads of players. Obviously, Granit Xhaka, flipping Gertrude and all those sort of players. Like, they're class outfit, and it's a shame they lost to Man United. They had a penalty which was disallowed, as far as I'm aware. Was mentioned. But yeah, fair play to Man United. Got 3 points. Yeah, no Fugazi bullshit. Šeško scored second game in a row in the league. And yeah, just fair play. And fuck Marinakis.
No, I was just gonna say, like, you mentioned Šeško. I completely forgot to mention Šeško as well, bro. Do you know what it is? I feel sorry for Šeško and I've been saying this on many of my shows, the guy does not get enough service that he deserves. And see, he created two of his own goals. You feed him the ball, he put the ball in the back of the net. Sesko has been really good for United. I know he's only scored 2 goals, but he creates space. He tries to get himself open and tries to bury his chance. Once he gets his chance, he puts it away. Fair play to Sesko, man, and I really hope this is a good season for him, because we've been crying for a top striker for some time. And I really hope this is Sesko's time to shine, and I hope Anfield he's fit, because I saw him limping at the end of the game. So I hope it wasn't too serious. I hope it wasn't like a serious injury or whatnot. I hope it was just like a tackle and he just came off a bit hurt from it, not too much pain. But also big up to the players. I mean, I thought they played well. De Ligt commanding the back again. Like I said, he in my opinion should be the captain of Man United. I think he deserves the armband. Although I always say as well, everyone should be able to lead, not just one player. I think everyone should be a leader on that pitch. Big up to De Ligt and the rest of the players. And yeah, 2-0 win, comfortable. Go to Anfield and we'll see what happens there. I guess that's all I can say with my own team. But unless you guys want to add anything more, please go ahead.
Just a good win.
Much
needed win as well.
It was a much needed win. That's 3 home wins in a row now. Hopefully we can continue that form. But like I said, we've not won an away game this season, and we need to continue that. We need to continue the good home form. Go take it into the away game. No better place than Anfield. But do I see it happening? Probably not. I'll be honest with you. Probably not. We've got next up. I think we have. Oh, he's gone again. Wolves, Brighton. There's Aston Villa, Burnley. There is Bournemouth, Fulham, Leeds, Spurs, and that's all. Anyone want to start with the Wolves, Brighton, or Leeds, Spurs, Villa, Burnley?
Well, talking about what was it again? Wolves, Brighton. Own goals keep biting Brighton in the arse this season. I think they scored an own goal against Spurs as well. They were very close to scoring one against Chelsea. I think didn't the Wolves manager get sent off at halftime or something like that?
I don't remember what happened at halftime.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. The Wolves manager got sent off. Yeah, which is quite silly considering your team are protecting a 1-goal lead. Let's not forget Wolves still haven't won a Premier League game yet.
Yeah, they've been
so
almost dead.
Exactly. The last thing you need is your manager to not be on the touchline to encourage you. And at the end of the day, I think it was Van Hecker who scored a late equaliser. Yeah.
Corner.
They could have really done with I can't remember his name, but him staying on the touchline instead. Hello, Boss of Blue. You lost to a team that sucks. That's crazy.
Yeah, at least Liverpool are on top of the league, bro. At least Liverpool are on top. Sorry, Prophet. I had to throw it out there. But you guys want anything on the Wolves Brighton game?
Yeah. Just want to say in terms of like obviously very disappointing result for Wolves. Like they've only won once in all competitions thus far this season, and that was a win, a Fugazi win, if you will, because it was against Graham Potter's West Ham, 3-2 in a cup. Now, Graham Potter's slander is deserved. He needs to go back to us, since I will save that until he gets a job back there and beats what's their name, Hammarby or whatever, to win the league title, to win the Swedish league. Sorry, fucking hell, more like Malmo. But anyway, regardless, the reason that he was sent off was he was pissed off with a foul by Baleba, I think it was on Rodrigo Gomez or somebody like that, and then his assistant Carlos Miguel, I think that's his name is, had to essentially coach Wolves, and the instructions he gave, I think, was going to a back five when he brought on Agbadu for Hwang Hee-chan around the 60th minute, I believe. And obviously Brighton fought back, got the equaliser in the 86th minute from Jean-Paul Van Hecker. Fair play to Fair play to. Oh, that's why. Thank you, Ran.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ran. Flipping legend, man. Also a Liverpool fan. Just to ram out there. But I mean, Vitor Pereira, he's not going to get sacked anytime soon. He's got like 2 years left on his contract. Got given the contract extension last month, and like he's a good manager. He's a good manager. I know that he's been around the ground, so like in the Saudi Pro League recently, and then before that, I think for like Botafogo. But yeah, like hopefully after the international break, like Wolves can actually get their first win of the season in the league, should I say? And yeah.
Yes, it is possible. Yes, it is. Yes, it is my birthday.
Number 21 for Liverpool, maybe. Yeah.
God forbid.
Well, you men better do your job, innit? Yeah.
Well, you know.
You men better do your job. Is all I gotta say. Big up to you, man. Big up to you, bro. Yes, 500 subs. It's just around the corner, man. It won't happen unless you guys sub to the channel. So make sure you guys are subbing to the channel. Sub to Liverpool Profit. I put the link in the chat as well. People go to sub to the channel. You know the both on the cones understand if the ball was to give up. Yeah, bro. I don't understand sometimes why they're so slow in doing that. You know what I'm trying to say. My mate was a season ticket holder. Told me he went to be as part of the match. Wolves will beat United. We'll see, bro. We'll see. Probably happen. Yeah, Man said get Wolves gone. He lives in Wolverhampton as well, by the way, people.
Yeah, he can't stand Wolves for some reason.
Man said from Wolves as well. He hates Wolves. I mean, even Prophet, you're from Wolves as well, yeah?
Yeah. 100%.
How's the Wolves fans over there? You know what I mean? How are the Wolves fans over there? You know what I mean? Like, are they like,
you know what it is? I don't really speak to a lot of Wolves fans. I live down here, but I'm not a Wolves fan. I don't follow Wolves. So, well, from what I see, a lot of them are just like, you know, they're kind of accepting of the situation now. They're like, you know, they know they can get relegated. They know they could survive. They're just kind of going with it. It'd be nice to get them out of the league, though. You know, bring someone up that's, you know, that belongs to the Prem. So.
Bring Blackburn back, you know what I mean? We need Blackburn.
Yeah, bring someone like that back. Someone with like actual Premier League history.
You know what I mean? Don't bring Stoke back. Don't bring Stoke back. Don't bring Stoke back.
Bring Stoke back.
Just to watch the team.
There's no time for you.
Yeah, bring Leicester back. You know what I mean?
I love
Leicester should be in the Prem.
You guys already know. I told you about Leicester, didn't I? Leicester, obviously, Leicester's owners are from Thailand, and like I do have a bit of connections with them at the same time. So hopefully they do come back up. You know what I mean? I love Leicester. Respect Leicester as well. They need to do a lot better when they come up. You know what I mean? They can't sell, their players. Like they can't. You know what I mean? They have to invest. They have to invest on new players. They can't just rely on old players to
It's weird. It's weird what's happened with Leicester because under Brendan Rodgers they was wanting the Europa League. They was doing really well, and they've just gone from.
I think
football to like
COVID has hit Thailand businesses very, very hard as well. Especially obviously, like, you know, these guys are very rich in Thailand. They're one of the richest. They're one of the richest owners in Thailand as well. Like in terms of like the company King Power itself is one of the richest companies in the country. So I mean, I think they've hit hard with like the duty free shopping, the lack of money going into the businesses like that. So yeah, that kind of hurt them in the long run as well. We need Wigan. Yeah, we do. Actually, Wigan would be nice.
Wigan would be nice, yeah.
But they're like League One now, or are they back in the Championship now? I don't remember.
I think they're
League One. I think
they might be League One, yeah.
Yeah, League One. You like Deadpool and Series Sheffield Wednesday. I mean, they were protesting against him. I was hearing some rumors that Sheffield Wednesday fans were protesting against the guy. They wanted him out for some reason. I think they were happy with the money that's going into the club. Josh, I'll remind you of this time at the end of the season when you'll have bottled again. This time when you're top of the league, bro.
Bro, you better hope we don't bottle it. Otherwise, Liverpool overtake you, or City are one more league title behind you. So you better hope we stay top.
City are one more league title behind us.
Well, I mean, they had another league title and they get closer to 20. Yeah.
It was not Arsenal, then it's got to be City, right? I mean, to win the league. Or Liverpool.
Well, I mean, depending on whether Bournemouth can keep the form up.
I think Liverpool win the league. I said Liverpool win the league. I think they'll be the champions coming at the end of the season. I think it's just in a different form. every single champion has at the start of the season is always that different form. Once you get to the mid-season, that's when you start to pick up form and be like, all right, wow, we're falling off now.
Let's not forget, these Liverpool games, 2 of them have been last-minute winners, and the other one, they probably should have had a penalty against Galatasaray. Yeah, good point, Boss of Blue. I'll give you that.
But anywho, any other games we missed out on? Did you watch the Wolves Brighton game? Prophet. I can't hear you. Can't hear you, bro. I think your microphone's on mute.
No,
it's probably connection. To be fair,
your penalty wasn't a penalty. Your Galatasaray's penalty was a penalty, in my opinion. Soft, but it was a pen. Liverpool's penalty wasn't a pen. They got the ball.
Yeah, Prophet thought it was a penalty, so I was kind of like, maybe they should have done so.
Just on that, I would like to gloss over Spurs. They should be top of the league based on their fixtures. This thing's a long day.
Chelsea should be top of the league based on their fixtures.
Possibly.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, apologies. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, I said
Oh, no worries.
I watched the Tottenham Leeds game. Was it Spurs Leeds? I checked that one out.
You can start on that one. Tottenham.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know what? I think Spurs. I mean, obviously, look, I don't think obviously but yeah, I think Spurs have had a good start to the season. To be fair, I think they've lost one game, but yeah, Thomas Frank, he's gone in there. He's done a good job considering where they were last year. They finished 17th, conceding goals for fun as well. This year they're a lot more defensively well organised. They don't play that stupid high line no more. They still play attacking ball, but it's a lot more reserved now. They are defensive when they need to be, and I think they look good. They look really good. I think they're third at the moment. Third in the table. They've only lost one game, so yeah, I think they're doing really well. I think Spurs are doing well. I think they're dark horses. I predicted them to get top 4 this year, so I think they'll have a good year.
Thomas Frank's one hell of a manager, 100%. He's doing a really good job. But like I said, consistency is key, and if Spurs don't do well in the league, it could dampen their chances of qualifying for Europe next season. Let me check out the fixtures. All right, go ahead, bro. You guys want anything on the Spurs game? I wasn't watching the Spurs game. I was watching the form.
No, I'll say Leeds put up a good fight, and I think Daniel Farke has learnt a lot from his time with Norwich in the Prem. But I think Spurs, they had the individual quality to get over the line. Matthias Hell, that was a good goal. He took it very well.
Well done, Spurs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. And kudos with a good winner as well. So fair play to him. He's a bloody good player.
Hey, kudos FPL. You know what I mean? Got the points.
You're the runaway leader so far.
All that leads come anyways. But Jack, you want anything to that game? First game.
Give me a sec. Sorry, that was just one of my devices just evaporating and whatnot. Anyway, regardless, what do you call it? Leeds, like you could tell, like they were like the underdogs. No, not underdogs. I'm trying to say like Spurs outclass them in terms of like the way they're playing. Obviously, Tel scored, and then Okafor scored. Wee bit of a throwback to when Darren Bent scored against Liverpool back in October 2009, where there was that beach ball, but in this case, it was just like a blown up football. Yeah. It's just rolling around. So, regardless, obviously, Kudus scored a winner in the second half. So, and the common denominator with both of Spurs' goals were they deflected off Struijk, their Dutch defender. And yeah, Spurs got 3 points, went up to second in the table at 2 o'clock BST on Saturday, so 2 p.m. should I say, to be specific. And yeah, like big ups to Thomas Frank. I know he's managing Spurs, but when he was at Brentford, obviously engineered that 2-2 draw against Man City. Obviously, that 2-1 win in 22-23 at the Etihad, and also that opening day win in 21-22 against us, 2-0 win, and then also might I add, the multitude of wins over Manchester United and also Liverpool 2 seasons ago. I think it was 3-1 or something like that.
They beat
Or
us
like
3-1.
2 or 3 seasons ago.
3-1. There you go.
Yeah, when Konate, I think, scored an own goal, but that he's just taken that form into this season. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a really good manager. Really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they played Burnley. Yeah, they've had a decent start. They've only lost 1 game against Bournemouth. That was they drew against Wolves. They probably should have won that game. But other than that, I think they've been really,
Solid, yeah.
They did well to come back against Brighton as well. That's the thing with Spurs. They've got a lot more fight.
Yeah.
Beat West Ham 3-0 and then beat Leeds 2-1. Leeds away is going to be a tough ground to go to the season for any club. The atmosphere is very, very hostile as well. I know firsthand.
I know they hate United as well, don't they? Leeds, so that's going to be tough for United.
And trust me, every time we win there, it's always a great feeling. Trust me. I want to go. I want to rip them apart this season. I know we're shit, but I want to go rip them apart this season. I want to send them back down. You know what I mean? Send them back down to the send them scum back to the championship. You know what I'm trying to say? That's mega. Maybe the scoreline, but everyone beats it nowadays. True. Anyway, sorry, bro. Go on.
I'd also like to point out that was the first defeat for Leeds at Ellen Road since I think it was Millwall 2 seasons ago. Who beat them.
Really?
So yeah. That was a stat they pointed out. Sorry.
Interesting.
Where are Leeds in the table at the moment?
I could not tell you.
Let me check for you real quick. Yeah, hold on. They are currently 15th.
15th? Not too bad. It's not too bad.
Yeah, that's not too bad, I guess.
I mean, they would love to finish there, so yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Next game we've got is the I think the last game, Villa Burnley. I could watch
Villa when they got this.
That's their fourth
I
win
didn't
in a
watch
row.
it. It's not it one.
Fourth win in a row, Aston Villa. Since that Europa League win, they've been on form, man. 4 games in a row. You know what I mean? Beating Burnley, beating Fulham, beating Bologna, beat was it Feyenoord as well? Hey, big up to Villa, man. Big up to Villa. Sorry, bro. You want to say Prophet?
That's fine. I didn't see the game. I know they're there. Obviously, since they've won their first game, they've just started. They've kind of kicked on. They had a bit of a slow start, but yeah, they're getting into it now. Looks like Villa are getting into their stride.
Yeah, and all the Unai Emery sacking rumors can be put to bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
all
that
was never.
That made no sense.
You can't sack a Europa League winning manager while you're in the Europa League. I'm trying to say it's impossible.
Yeah.
17, 18, bruv, you can't sack. Sorry, 17 and above, you can't sack a Europa League winning manager. You know what I mean?
No.
This guy is a Europa League genius. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
But Jack, you want to add anything as well, bro? And then Josh.
Well. Emery, there's a certain term to use as you described with Emery in the Europa League. He is a maestro. Like, he is Strome in Europa League, if you will. And like, Villa are back in form. Obviously, Daniel Marlin with 2 goals. And we were discussing here, with like one of our housemates, Torquay lad, about how he would have been technically sort of Robin Van Persie had we not got rid of him from our academy in like 2017, and then obviously went to PSV Eindhoven, and then Dortmund, and now Aston Villa. And like, he's a class player. Like, yeah, just big up to Villa, and once again, big ups to John McGinn as well. I'm sorry, I have to shout him out again. He's Scotland's probably best player, or second best player behind McGinn, so I have to have some copium. Yeah.
Do I see Liverpool? Yes, of course. But he's a very respectful.
Twisted.
We live in new times. Yep. But Josh, you want anything to that before we move on to FPL?
No. I mean, Burnley, they keep losing by tight margins. Obviously, they conceded a 97th minute penalty to United, conceded a 95th minute penalty to Liverpool. I mean, if they didn't score 2 own goals at the Etihad, then they would have lost 3-1 thanks to 2 90th minute goals from Haaland. So, yeah, with Scott Parker, the fine margins are going against Burnley so far. Do I feel sorry for them? I mean, I predicted them to go down anyway, but in the manner that they've lost some of these games, it is quite unfortunate. But Villa picking up form at the perfect time. In comparison to last international break, they're on complete opposite ends of the spectrum. They're now full of confidence, they're full of goals, they're full of belief. And I have no doubts that they will go far in the Europa League with Unai Emery as a manager. So I think he's won 4 Europa Leagues, got to 5 finals. We won't mention the one he lost, but yeah.
Fair enough. Lads, FPL. Let's move on to FPL now. I think that's the last segment of the video, and then we'll close out. So, what have you meant? How have you done for FPL this week? What have you guys?
I didn't play this week. I completely slipped my mind to put it on because I had stuff to do. So I'll have to let you guys do this one.
No worries, man. No worries. Josh and Jack, what's your team looking like this weekend?
Well, I got 62 points thanks to Haaland's captaincy, Grealish scoring, my midfielder, Gabriel with a clean sheet despite being 75% fit to play according to the game, Cucurella with a last-minute assist, Nick Pope with a clean sheet as well. I got 62 points overall, which isn't bad. It isn't too good either. I think it's only 2 points above the average this week. But in terms of transfers, I'm not doing anything until after the internationals are done, just in case there are any injuries that come about. I'm going to transfer out Gyökeres for one of Mateta or Walter Mardi. And I'm going to take Tyler Adams out because he's been a bum so far in terms of points. Hopefully get Semenyo in instead. It depends how much money I have left over. I think Gyökeres is about 9 million, so I should have a good few bit of change left over for Semenyo.
Semenyo is 7.9, by the way.
Oh, he's went up from 7 million. Okay. But anyway, I'll deal with that later. What about you, Jeff?
Well. I mean, the only sort of player who blanked for me was Nico Williams, because it's Angeball, and I fucked up because the player who I substituted out for Nico Williams, or I think it was Munoz, was Ruben Dias, who got me 9 points on the bench. But Raya got me 6, obviously clean sheet. He only got me 3, but Munoz got me 8 because he's a fucking legend. Grealish and Ndiaye got me 10 and 7 respectively. Eze got me 6. Semenyo, who I vice-captained, got me 18. Bowen and Strand Larson got me 2. I captained Gyökeres, which should have actually done that with Ruben Dias had I actually kept him in a team. And then my bench, Aguero got me 2 points. Kirkes 1 because, well, he's shit. Thus far for Liverpool, no offense, obviously. No, but he was good for Bournemouth last season. But in this Liverpool team, Robertson needs to get back in the starting 11 and actually shore up the defense because
Liverpool look better. Actually, I can't lie to you.
Yeah, because I'm not trying to critique Arne Slot because he's obviously won 2 league titles. Obviously, previously with Feyenoord back in I think it was 2022 or 2023 around that sort of time, and with obviously Liverpool last season. But just go back to the old system in a way. Just put Robertson in at left back.
Yeah,
I don't know who'd fit in a right back at this sort of point, like Joe Gomez or something like that. If say Conor Bradley was injured, McAllister got me 2 points. He's had a stinker thus far this season. But anyway, I digress. I might replace him with Szoboszlai at some point. But yeah, got up to 17th in the table from 19th out of 23. And Josh Eid, lad. Hopefully at some point we'll be close to each other. I know you're 60 points clear of me or something like that. But hey, if I get lucky at some
I'm chasing Akerman at the top, mate.
If I get lucky, I'm chasing you. Chasing you. Akerman.
It's a long season, bro.
He's clear for now. Don't come for the king.
I'm only 14 points at the top, people. So listen, I'm gonna get carried away. So Matt Sells got me 3. Gabriel got me 9, as per usual. Gabriel's a legend. Always gets me on field points when I need it. Van de Ven only got me 2. It's a shame. Guehi, my new transfer, only got me 3. With Cucurella, his replacement is on the bench, got me 4 extra points. Could have got more points with Cucurella, but listen, it is what it is. Senesi got me 2. NDI got me 7 with the penalty. Salah got me 2 points. Kudus got me 12. Rangers got me 3. Haaland, the captain, as usual, got me 16, and João Pedro got me 2. Kelleher 3 points. Same with Sells. Cucurella got me 7 points. Mainu got me 1. Guiyu got me 1. And you're gonna call me crazy, but I had a bad week this week because everyone had Semenyo and I didn't, and that's where I think I messed up. I could have considered bringing in Semenyo, and Semenyo got me all the points. But listen, that shit happens. As long as I'm still top, that's what matters. But gotta continue the good form. There's no chasing it when you guys are doing. Nah, I usually tail off at this time. So listen, that's just what it is. Check mine if anyone's interested. Send me words. I'll actually go have a look and I'll bring it up for you. Actually, let me go have a look at Boston Blues team right now.
Is he in our league?
No, he's in another league. I think it's called Pitchside Chaos. Yeah, it's called Pitchside Chaos. Yes. All right, so he's got Henderson in net. Cucurella with 2 points. Cucurella got him 7 points. Gabriel got him 9. Dorgu got him 1. Semenyo got him 18. Minte got him 2. Bruno Fernandes and Embuemo both got 6 points. Grealish got him 10. Bowen got 2. Haaland is now 8. And then obviously only 1 point from the bench. Fair play, Boss of Blue. Fair play, man. Good week. Good week for you. Anything you guys want to add before we close out? Real quick?
Beast.
Cool.
Happy birthday,
to
Apple.
Beast.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you so much, guys. And I just want to say, appreciate you guys and your support over the last year, man. It's been great. It's been a good journey. And sports is growing every single day. We're trying to get to 500 subs and beyond, people. So, guys, the only way you guys get me to 500 subs, that'll be the best birthday present ever, is you could sub to the channel, people. 500 subs. Congrats to Prophet on 500. He's gonna get to 1,000, and I hope you get there very soon.
Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it.
Good content, bro. Continue content, and I will definitely do a show. I think if you want, we can do like a footy chat show this week later if you want during the international break.
100%.
Yeah.
Me and Josh doing Beyond the Ball, so make sure you guys tune into that if you want, people. That's a show where we discuss, shows and everything, and also Josh. Super League stuff is back, so we are going to discuss that if you haven't seen already. We are going to discuss that.
Thought we left that in 2021.
But anywho, people, like I said, appreciate you guys. The support over the past year, and big ups to you. 500 subs pending, 15 likes on video. Sub to Profit. The link is in the chat, people. I'll try and put it in the top later. But like I said, big ups to you guys. Thank you for the support, and one more year around the sun, I guess. Big up to you, man. We're out, people. Take care. Like, share, and subscribe. And big up to you as well. Big up to you, bro. Big up to you. Big up to you guys. Big up. Take care. We're out.